Everyone, this is Tara Sullivan. If you've reached me, this is a channel about my cross stitch, Sully Stitches. Today is Saturday, August the 30th. We're headed into September, right? Let's see, it's been about a month since I last recorded. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, of course, welcome. Thank you so much. My last video was a lot of fun. I did a recap of like some needle and flax linen, some pieces that I've stitched on different colors. And it was a lot of fun to see all the comments. So I appreciate that. I think you guys enjoyed that a lot. A lot of interaction. So thank you. That was a lot of fun. I've just been working and, life. I know you guys are like, man, she's boring. But I am going to Hobby House next weekend for my Life as a Sampler 3 retreat. I'm looking forward to that. That's kind of my last my last retreat for the year. And then I do have some retreats that I've signed up for next year already. And I'll talk about those maybe a little bit at the end of the channel. But everything's going well. I had to travel a little bit for work again. I used to travel a lot for work before COVID. Then it kind of slowed down. I'm an IT manager. I've mentioned that before, but if you're new here, I work in IT and I manage a software in IT, and I have a development team that does that. Those, of course, admins and does the development of that software. And I live in South Carolina. So luckily for work, it was just travel to North Carolina. We have an office in North Carolina. So I had to go up there, quick trip, go up and come back same day. So wasn't too bad for an all-day meeting. And then, I was laughing. I feel like there's never enough time for everything that you need to do, right, guys? I've been, I always have things I want to do more of or accomplish more of, but it is what it is. It'll be there later is how I look at it. But everything's been going well. My family's doing good. It's just one day after the other, right? And it's already been a month, which is hard to believe. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope the weather's treating you okay. Hopefully we're in the downward slump. I hope so. I'm excited for football season starting. I went to the University of South Carolina, so I'm an SEC girl. I enjoy football season, and especially college football season. So that's fun. That's about it. Everything's been going well. So, a lot of people have joined and tagged me in Spooky Summer. So I kicked off, in case you haven't heard, at the beginning of summer. I started Spooky Summer for just spooky. You could work on a sale, you could work on a new start. It was fall or Halloween stitching. My friend Carol Crago named it Spooky Summer, so we ran with that. I thought it was a lot of fun. And really, summer doesn't end until September 22nd, even though, as you can see, we all feel like it's fall and Halloween already starting and getting excited for it, which I don't blame anyone for. I'm the same way. And, I can't, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to see what people are choosing to work on. I love that because that really gets you inspired, for the season, and it's fun to stitch along. I'm going to talk about some plans and things. I did share on Instagram, if you haven't seen it, a picture just this week from Tatiana Stitcher, Tatiana Stitcher, where she had stitched the series of Brenda Gervais witches from the With Thy Needle and Thread, and she had them like rolled up and all together. Oh man, I was like, I've stitched like 6 of the 8 in that picture, but seeing them all there together like that, I was like, wow. I was like, it was very inspiring. So if you haven't looked at that, go to my Instagram, Sully Stitches _ or Tatiana's Instagram and check that out, because I messaged her. I said, do you mind if I share your photo? It's so inspiring, and she allowed me to do that. So thank you for that. That was a lot of fun. That kind of made my Thursday. Thursday was a long day at work that week, and that was kind of like the highlight of it, I think. If it was Thursday, I don't even know. Let's see. So I'm just going to kind of get into my stitching and what's been happening, and we'll go from there, see where the time takes us. I did get a lot of comments about my new mic. A lot of people said that sound was really good, so I'll continue to use that. Hopefully that helps with some of the sound quality issues that I was having. I know it's funny, like if you're on for me, I found like if I'm on an iPhone or like some type of device, the sound's really, you can't really tell a difference in the sound. But if you're on a TV and you're watching, that's kind of when that seems to pick up. So anyway, all that to say, thank you. Thank you for your input on my mic. I appreciate it. Let's get going. So I think I'm going to start with, I did get a few pieces fully finished back from the framer. I did take some other pieces as well. So some of my finishes for this month I don't have, because I ran over there when I picked these up and just dropped off, because it's about a 45-minute, he's a local framer. He's about a 45-minute drive from me. So when I go, I try to, go in stages where I can take stuff and, drop it off, and then, try to plan those trips accordingly. Luckily for me, my good friend Charlotte Burgess, Hooping It Up on Instagram, she lives close to him. And so sometimes if we meet for stitch day, she'll go take a couple pieces for me, and like kind of just like takes pictures and sends me the pictures, and we pick them from there. Anyway, all that to say, thank you, Charlotte. I have a feeling I'm going to be like long-winded today, which is not good for anybody. I'll try to get it together. So the first piece is, I believe this was a Teresa Kogut Patreon ornament that you could buy in her secret shop if you were a Patreon member. Now, I could be completely wrong, but I believe that's the case. So this is, I mentioned them before. This is an Etsy company called Signed and Numbered on Etsy. And they have these great oval frames. I'll show you another piece in a similar one to this. But I was like, oh man, that should be really cute in there. So I ordered the kind of, this is the distressed white. And this is the Teresa Kogut. I believe it was one of the ornaments in her secret shop when you're a Patreon. So I think it turned out really cute. I did put like an old rusty bell on him, so we just patted him a little bit and didn't put glass on, but I love that little finish. So that's a cute one. And then I got With Thy Needle and Thread, Maker and Mender, fully finished. So this is done on 40 count needle and flax Thornfield with the called for colors. And this is a With Thy Needle and Thread Maker and Mender design. So put it a little closer. I love how it turned out. I love the colors in this one. I love this frame that, Charlotte picked for that one. Turned out really great. And then this one is one of my favorites. So this was a piece that I was working on. You guys saw me finish it. And sorry for the glare with the dark. It's kind of is what it is, right? Because it's on dark fabric. But this is Folk Art Garden from Teresa Kogut. It came out at market this year. Oh, it's going to be hard. And this is done on 36 count XJU Designs Dark Soul. And what I did was I filled in some of the black in the wings and in some of the little designs and in the bees, just to kind of add that. Wow, there's no good. I'll take a picture of that so you can see it better. Sorry about that. I do use conservation glass, but it's dark and there's a glare. And because I use light, because hopefully that helps you guys be able to see what I'm showing better. So those are the things that I got fully finished. And then I did take, like I said, and drop off a few more pieces to him, which I'm excited to get back in the next couple of weeks. So that's kind of my fully finished. And then since I saw you guys last, I had finished a few pieces. So I finished the Pansy Patch Honeybee Sampler. That was done on 40 count Thornfield with Week Style Works Chickpea. I'll try to insert a photo. I'm not the best at that. I just never tried to do it, I don't think. So we'll see. And then I did finish Barbara Anna 3 Witches, which I did post both of these on Instagram if you like to see them. But Barbara Anna 3 Witches, and it was done on 40 count needle and flaxed Eastwick. But I did take both of those to the framer, so apologize for that, but you'll be able to see them fully finished when I get those back. Next, I fully finished the Scarlet House. This is on Coverlet Court. I love the colors in this. This is not really a fall design, but I love the colors of it. I feel like it's fall, so I did this for one of my spooky summer finishes. And I love how it turned out. I stitched this on 40 count XJU Designs Latte. And this is my finish on it. I used the called for colors. And then, like I said, 40 count XJU Designs Latte. I think it turned out super cute. And then I, of course, just changed the date to 2025. So, love that one. Had that one kitted for quite a while, and I was kind of, I was really happy to get it done and get it fully finished. So, the next one I finished was, put my whip over here. Sorry, I'm referring to my notes. So, the next one I finished, I started, as you guys know, I'm stitching Spooky Summer, so in my Como Stitches bag, I always have kind of a small going. So I started some of the Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee designs by Brenda Gervais, and I'm stitching these on the 40 count Brenda's Brew, which is the called for with the called for threads. And just kind of show you some of the pictures of these in the book, the larger pictures. They're really, really cute. I think there is, I want to say there is 6 or 7 designs in here. And then you have you all have seen this book. It's been around a long time. I just never had stitched it. So, I'm not sure about this one, if I'm going to do this one or not. I'm still on the fence. I kind of like 5s or 7s or 3s in the like dough bowls, but who knows? I might get a wild hair. So, the first one I finished was Broomhilda, which again was done on 40 count. Was it Brenda's Brew? I already forgot. Brenda's Brew by R&R, which was the called for, with the called for threads. That was such a fast, cute little stitch. I cannot wait to see it fully finished. It's going to be adorable. Oh, I'm already running out of room. And then next, I finished with my needle and thread, also from this book, Trick or Treat. Let's see how cute they are together. So I finished those 2 out of the book. And then I picked up a whip that I had started to try to finish. So I had a friend on my last video comment, she has the same birthday as I do, April 6th. So she was like, do you ever do like a half year start to celebrate your birthday? I was like, well, never done it before, but it sounds fun. But I was like, I can't really do that until I finish my original birthday start. Felt kind of guilty. So for my birthday this year, I picked a daily reminder, which was a new market release from Brenda Gervais with 91 Thread. I saw this at market. I loved it at market. And, we're going to talk about it. So I did finish that one and got that one through. I had some commentary on this one. So I changed the linen. So when I got the original call for linen, it was a little darker, a little different. I don't know. It probably wasn't, but in my head it was, and it was 40 count, and it was really hard for me to see the piece that I had. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stitch that or not. So what I did was I came in and I changed this to a linen that came out this year, which is really a beautiful color, which is 36 count Fox and Rabbit Cactus Wren. But unfortunately, so you can see it's kind of ghosty. So, and I don't even know how well this is showing up, but the trees are a little ghosty. I should have just changed some colors, the Be Good and Do Good. I don't know, maybe if I get my face out of it, it'll focus better on it. But anyway, I'm going to get it framed because, as I said, my framers were very reasonable. So I'm going to get it framed and see if it brightens it up some. But, this is just kind of a learning piece, right, guys? Sometimes you need to... I know this. I've been stitching a while. Sometimes if you're stitching along and you're like, I don't know about that color, you should probably stop and change that color. I didn't do that. I just kind of kept going, thinking, okay, well, if I get more on there, it'll probably look better. But I should have changed out some of those greens in hindsight. But if it's ghosty, I'm okay with it. It's, not the end of the world. So we'll see how it turns out when I get it to the framer, if we can lighten it up at all with a frame. I'm hoping so, but it's kind of a learning piece for all of us, right? Sometimes you're stitching along and you're like, I don't know. And usually if you're like, I don't know, you should probably stop and change the color. But again, hindsight's always 20/20. And then the last finish that I've had for this month was another from the Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee. This is Ghost and Goblins. I know I haven't done the little bow on the bat yet, but this is Ghost and Goblins. Also on the 40 count Brenda's Brew. Look, I have to look again. I tell you guys. Brenda's Brew with the call for threads. So, love that one. Turned out really cute. So, that is kind of all of my finishes since I kind of last saw you. And then I have a couple of whips that I've been working on. So, I've been trying to kind of get my whip count down. I would love to have it just down a little bit. I had started a good bunch, not a good bunch, but a few things for Market Mania. And I'm kind of a monogamous stitcher, so I don't carry a lot of whips. The smalls I don't really consider because, you can spend a weekend on a small and have it done. So those don't take a ton of time, but, they still take time. So what I picked up was, I've always loved this piece. You guys all know Saltbox always shows this, and when the fall comes, she always has this piece behind her, which I'm always oohing and ahhing over. I started it last year, so this is in another Como Stitches bag by Jess. Pretty fall pattern. So, and this one is done on 40 count needle and flax Dolly Madison with the call for threads. But I have made a couple changes and I'll explain those to you. So this is the original design, which is Grateful, Thankful, Bless by With Thy Needle and Thread. I don't think I said that. I'm not a professional. Grateful, Thankful, Blessed with Thy Needle and Thread. And this is my progress on it so far. So the only change that I've made so far is the letters. So again, I was doing the letters. They were kind of ghosty, which is okay. Brenda does that sometimes, right? And that's why her stuff is so cool, because some of it is ghosty on a sampler. Has that kind of prim look, which we all love. But you couldn't really see them. So what I did was I took another color that was already in the piece, which was Straw Hat, I believe. Look real fast. It's the same color that's in her dress. Straw Hat, a classic color works. And I just did the letters in that color. And then in between each letter, there is a tiny little, little symbol. And I did use the yellow that was the original called for in those. So, but it was so funny. I have a local stitch group that meets, about a month and a half, and I took it today because I was going to do the fill-in, and I got there and I didn't have my threads. So that was, luckily I had a backup project, but I was laughing because I was so excited because I had gotten to a point where I could do fill-in for stitch group, which makes it, really easy to kind of do when you're in a crowd, and I didn't have any thread, so it makes it kind of hard. But I love the progress on this. I'm loving stitching this. I think it's going to turn out great. You can see the stars. They are a little ghosty, but I'm okay with it. I don't mind at all. Love it. So that is fun. I'm really hoping to have that one added to my finishes. I'll be excited about that one. Get that whip done. And then the only other whip that I have right now that I'm focused on is more of this book. So I am doing the little crow. I think it's called Halloween Delivery. And I don't have very much on it. But there's kind of my progress on Halloween Delivery. And I'm thinking of the reason I stitched the first two that I did was because I love this little pillow here. I love the colors in this. And two of these do have a pretty bright purple in there, which I don't mind purple. But I just kind of like the colorway of those two. So I think I'm going to leave the purple out of that and just kind of keep it the oranges and the greens and the kind of, hickory sticks and the white. So we'll see how that looks. But that is kind of everything that I have been working on recently and what I have finished since I last saw you guys. So some fun stuff. I am going to, me, I always have to go clean up and then reset, and I will be back. So as I kind of mentioned, a lot of you guys have been doing Spooky Summer along with me, which was a hashtag or a stitch along that so it was either start along or stitch along. You can work on a sow, you can work on a whip. You can do whatever you want. If it's Halloween or fall based, and I just tag me on Instagram, SullyStitches _ and hashtag it Spooky Summer, which has been a lot of fun. Summer goes till September 22nd, so still for free. It's still going on. I just kind of realized it might not seem like it, but I didn't really have a ton of fall smalls. So what I have done, and I always get the wrong side, but right here I have changed out this table to kind of be some fall, summer, Halloween smalls. And then I've also put some on this cabinet over here. And then I've changed out some of my shelves behind me. I have a lot of framed fall and Halloween pieces. I will always have a lot of framed fall and Halloween pieces. I will never run out of them. They are my favorite. So anyway, I was watching Mrs. Jones Stitches, and she had mentioned, and I think I had heard this too, but I just wasn't paying attention. But she had mentioned that Java Girl Stitches, Christy, and Anna, her friend Anna. So that's Java Girl Stitches and Anna, Anaroat, I think B1. They were going to do a sow, which it starting September 1st. It was which is very hard for a Southern girl to say, I will not lie. Or this Southern girl, I guess. Which will you stitch sow? If you don't understand that, look at my show notes below. I know my accent gets in the way of that one. I have to keep them simple, but which will you stitch Sal? So I think it was from September 1st to the end of September. You just kind of picked a witch and you stitched it. I thought it was really cute idea. I'm all about stitching a cute witch. So I love the wood, that needle, and thread witches, as you guys all know. And then, of course, I saw the picture this week, and I was like, so I think I'm going to show some of my finished witches that I have from my previous stitching that are kind of they're fully finished. So I thought that maybe inspire you or give you some ideas on some things that you potentially wanted to stitch for their stitch alone or for spooky summer. However you want to do it. I love seeing, the Halloween and the fall pieces done. It's a lot of fun for me. So, anyway, so what I have done is pulled some of my witch finishes, and it's across the board. So a lot of different designers. I have done Halloween recaps and fall recaps. You guys have seen those if you've watched my previous videos. But I think it's always fun to kind of look at them in different ways. So this one was one I mentioned. So this is another one. And see, this one has glass on it. It comes with glass. This is another one of the on Etsy. It's signed and numbered frame shop. They make the frame, and then I take it to my framer, and he's nice enough to put it in here for me. So this was a Blackbird design piece, and I'm going to have to look at my notes, guys, because I cannot remember the name of anything. And I didn't write down the name of this one. I think this was Halloween Delivery. Probably not right. But this is definitely a Blackbird Designs book. Technically, you can say I stitched it in 2020. So, it's like a fine wine. But it's so cute. I love this design. I love this circle frame. It's one of my favorite all-time finishes. I love the crow and the witch's hat. Just so darling. So that is the first one I thought I would show you. And then the next one is a hands-on design. And I had this finished into a drum. But this is put on the hat. And so these patterns are really neat. When I bought it, and I don't know how it is now, but when I purchased it, you got the velveteen. I think that's what this is called. You got this in the pattern, and you could finish it. They gave you the design as a pillow and a design as the drum, and she had several different seasons of this, even some like everyday, like a flower one. There's a Christmas one. I think there was I know there was like a seaside one. Anyway, hands-on design, put on the hat, and I think it's super cute. It's got the hat. It's got the little cat on the books, and then the broom, and the broom kind of matches up. So love that one. It's really cute. Hands-on design. This is a With Thy Needle and Thread. This is Witch's Night Out. Witch's Night Out. I think it was done in like a circular finish, I believe. But I did it as a small pillow. Still love that design. And then I always show you guys the back. This is a Sheri Sew Sweet fabric. Love that fabric. She has it in green, a green too. And then this was another Wood Thy Needle and Thread. This is a basket full of autumn time. She has these in a Christmas one and in, I think a spring one with a rabbit on it, and then a patriotic one, I believe. But this is basket full of autumn time. Another cute little Wood Thy Needle and Thread witches. And then that's the pumpkin back. The next one is a Prairie Schooler. So this is Prairie Schooler Pumpkin Patch. See, it was definitely the call for threads. And I know I did it on a 40 count. It looks like it's over 1, but it's not. It's just really small. I think it was a picture of this plus back when I could see. Now I have a harder time seeing on 40 count picture of this plus. My eyes are older. But love how that one turned out. It's super cute. And I just have it like on a little easel, and it kind of sits up all the time. The next ones I just recently kind of had finished, so you have seen these recently, but you can't count them out. This is Wood Thy Needle and Thread, one for the crows. Another one of her adorable witches. This is Wood Thy Needle and Thread, Garner Good Witch. This is the first pattern that I stitched for Spooky Summer. Love that finish. Love how it turned out. The back. And then the last soft finish that I have, and I do have some frame pieces as well, but this is Sheri Sew Sweet Bad Kitty. And I've showed this one too, but it's so good. Love that. I love that design in her skirt. I think I might have changed the color of her skirt. I think it might have been like gray and the black, but you couldn't see the design as much. And if I was going to stitch the design, I wanted to kind of, I think this is the one I wanted it to show up. Could be wrong though, but I think I changed it to the orange of her shirt. And that's the back, more Sheri Sew Sweet fabric. So those are kind of the soft finishes that I have that are kind of witch inspired. And then I'm going to get my framed pieces as well. Got to switch out, make some room. I was going to tell you something. Oh, I had a comment. Someone had, what? I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say. Wow. It'll come to me eventually, or maybe not. But anyway, I'll get the rest of them and be back. These are a few more of my witch pieces that I've had framed. So the first one is, this is Nora Corbett Spellbound. So Nora Corbett Spellbound. I don't know what fabric I stitched these on, guys. I apologize. I used to not record it. I didn't think anybody would ever care. So it's funny. But this is one of the Bewitching Pixies that Nora Corbett did. I've stitched 3 of them. I love them. I'm so glad to be showing these guys to you today because I'm going to finish the rest of my shelves later on. This has been re-released. This is a primitive needle, Annie Hyssop. So the reason I'm showing you this, you're like, that's not a witch. The witch weather vane, which is my favorite part of this chart. So the primitive needle, the designer for that passed away tragically, but her daughter is now re-releasing. She's re-imaging and re-releasing the primitive needle charts, and I know this one's been released. This is one that I coveted forever. It was one of my biggest unicorn patterns, but primitive needle, Annie Hyssop, and again, I'll link the site down below if I remember to do that. The next one is another Nora Corbett. So she used to do these in kits. Now they're not done in kits anymore. So, but this is Nora Corbett Halloween Fairy. I think you can still get just the chart, but she did like Halloween Fairy and a Thanksgiving Fairy and a New Year's Fairy and a Valentine's Fairy and a Christmas Fairy and an Easter Fairy. But I think I've done them all. I love the Halloween Fairy. Nora Corbett. I guess that's not a witch. I just realized. Sorry, guys. I was just excited to show it. That's ridiculous. Next one is... you can just chalk that one up to me being dumb. The next one is a Nora Corbett Luna. So Luna is another Bewitching Pixie that she had. This one has like bat wings, and I just extended her hair, made her hair a little bit fuller, and took the wings of it off. And I love, look at those pumpkins at the bottom, and then those jewels on her necklace. So good. Love that one. The next one is another Nora Corbett, Gigi. Nora Corbett Gigi. I love this fabric that I chose. I know this is a picture of this plus. I cannot remember the name, but I loved how I had the blues and the greens in it. And then I love her broom and the cats and all the beads. Such a great design. The next one is a with 9 needle and thread. It is October 31st. I think I stitched this one on 32 count. That's why it's a little larger. But it's really cute. I stitched this one in 2018. Or I got it framed in 2018. I don't know when I stitched it. Probably 17. But it's very cute. Love that one. The next one is a friend gave me. This is a Madame Chantilly Halloween Town. Madame Chantilly Halloween Town. Love I love the skeletons dancing, and it's just got a lot of cute elements. But then the witch is kind of flying across the top. Such a cute one. Okay. The next one. So these are my Prairie Schoolers, which I've showed before, but this is Prairie Schooler Trick or Treat. Then I have the Prairie Schooler Knock Knock. The witch kind of running up to the house and the witch inside. So cute. I need to dust those. This was 2 Prairie Schoolers that I had framed together. This is Night Flight, which is this one, and Misfortune, MISS Fortune. I had those just double framed with a mat. And then All Hallows Eve is the last one. Man, I gotta clean these. Which is another Prairie Schooler, All Hallows Eve. Love the little witch in the bottom holding the October 31st pumpkin. So cute. So hopefully some of those inspire you for the sow. And then I have a few more to show as well. Just a few more. So this one is another Nora Corbett or Mirabilia. I think it was originally in a magazine. It's either named Trick or Treat or Halloween Fairy again. I can't fully remember, but love that one. Love the Trick or Treat through her dress like a banner. Sorry, it's heavy because it's double matted. The next one is The reason I'm showing you this one is just because of the adorable little witch mermaid. This is Plum Street Stranded Jacks. Did this one last year. Did them all as one piece. You can do them separately too. So cute. Love a little witch mermaid. This is a Teresa Kogut Witchy Poo. I love this size just to like tuck it in on a bookshelf for decorating. A lot of people probably made this into a stand-up or a pillow. But Teresa Kogut Witchy Poo. You can tell I love that orange frame. I use it a lot. This is another Teresa Kogut. This was in her Patreon. I'm not sure if this has been released yet or not. But this was Mischief Brewing. It did have 2 ravens in the middle here. And me and my friend Yvette Go were stitching this together. Well, we started at different times, but we kind of finished it at the same time. Because we both decided to take those ravens out. And then we kind of moved the border, up. But I love how it turned out. It's a great one. Love that frame we used. Mischief Brewing. This is a primitive hair. Season of the Witch. Love her dress with the, scarecrow in the dress. Like a pumpkin scarecrow. Season of the Witch. Then I have another Teresa Kogut. This is Silo Witches. Love this design. I love how it turned out. Love everything about it. Silo Witches by Teresa Kogut. And then this is a Plum Street. I think this was originally in a magazine. And then she has since released it. This is Ghoul Tidings to You. Ghoul Tidings to You, I believe. Love that design. So cute. So that's kind of all of my finished witches. Or witch theme pieces. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, spooky summer, or I love that they're doing Which Witch Can You Stitch. And if you want to find out more, you can watch Java Girl Stitches and her video to hear more about it. But kind of a fun sow or, stitch along. I have some plans that I thought I would go through, a little bit of haul. And then I was going to announce my winner for the Halloween bag. So I'll be back. Thought I would kind of show some of the, you guys have seen some of these because I picked some of these for my spooky summer. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of go through maybe what I'm planning. So as I mentioned, I am going to, My Life as a Sampler, this weekend. I'm going Wednesday, which I'm looking forward to. So I thought I might start the Scarlet House Fall Frolic. I did Hey Pumpkin there last year by the Scarlet House. That was a lot of fun. So I'm thinking I'm going to do, I think this is the one. But I have, of course, all my threads are in bags. But I think that's kind of which one I'm leaning to right now. I've always loved that pattern. So I might start that at Hobby House when I'm there next week. And I have it in cute Como Stitches bag by Jess. Jess has a Patreon. It's really good. You can buy bags kind of special. I'll show one, like special bags that she releases to Patreon only, which are super cute. So consider joining her Patreon. Of course, let's see. So, and I'm out of order. Another one. So this one I was supposed to start for spooky summer. I have not yet. Doesn't mean I will not, but I have not yet. So this is with that needle and thread. It says room for two at the Holiday Inn. I never saw that room for two until right now. That there's words up there. Love this chart. I love my Santa one in this. So this is probably what I'm going to start for which will you stitch. Because you get two for the price of one. And I have, let's see, 36 count Lakeside Vintage Meadow Roof for it. Which I love that color. And I have all the threads. So that's what I'm going to start on September 1st, which is Monday. Whew, hard to believe. And I have this and this really cute. I've got to get that done this year, right, guys? I mean, come on. Just Halloween bag. So I have that one. That's just another potential. I have a full bag of Wood Thy Needle and Thread Witches that I have showed before. I love all these charts. I know I won't get to them all this year, but I'm cool with that. I like options, like I like to say. So, I'll just show the which ones have that one. Halloween Hoopla. I would not do it on the green, I don't think. This is a Plum Street, but I love this bowl full of scaries with the witch. A witch in her garden. I've always loved that design. It's another great one. Bobbing for Pumpkins. Cannot believe I have not stitched that. When Witches Go Riding, which everyone and their brother has stitched but me. I will. I'm going to stitch it. I promise. I promise. And then this one I love. Goodness Gracious. You want to see it finished and fully finished, go to Nicole Spohr. I love her finish of this. So, wow. And what I did was, I kind of mentioned it before, I just took and did like thread rings of a lot of the colors Brenda uses for her fall and Halloween designs and put them all in this bag together. So that's a fun bag. This is one of Jess Como Stitch's tall bags in Teresa Kogut fabric. And then of course I have Brenda Gervais, The Witch's Brew. And I have it in this cute. This is Teresa Kogut's Witch fabric this year. Another Como Stitches bag. Okay. So a couple things, witches that I don't have like fully kitted. So I don't know that they're gonna, if I'm gonna do those or not, but I like them. I could do them and would be very happy about it. The first one is in the Hello Halloween book. Of course, I would love to do this, but I'm not even. I have two big Halloween ones started. I have Halloween at Hulk Run, Hollow? Whatever. One of the Hulk Runs, Halloween, and then I have Crochet Go-Go came out with a Halloween sampler last year, and I have like this much done on both of them. So I need to do those before I even think about it. So, but in this book, there is this really cute design, Prim Witch. So she has it in two different colorways. I love this chart, October 31st, Prim Witch. And she even shows it like if you wanted to, you can break it apart and do it as 3 pillows. I would do it all together, but I think that's an adorable design too. So I have some of the colors, not all of them. So that is one that I really like. Of course, I know you just go ahead and put them in the bag, but I love Hallows Eve at Raven Hollow. I'm being made fun about that one too. And then it's hard to do Flosstube, guys. And then Hilda Boo and Sunflowers 2. Someone was stitching this for Spooky Summer and it was so cute. I was like, ugh. I've always avoided it, but love this one. Pumpkin Brew. And then Bittersweet and Broomsticks. Another great Brenda one. I need to put those in the bag with all of that. I love this Teresa Kogut All Hallows Eve. I love the gat and the I just love it. I love how whimsical Teresa's Halloween is. You know, it's just everything that's good about Halloween. Love this Kathy Barrick Witch Training Academy. It's a great one. Another Teresa Kogut, Whimsy Witch's Angry House. That's so cute. And then I love this one. It's a Not Forgotten Farm, Witches in the Air. I've always loved this pattern. I said I wasn't going to do anything monochrome for a while, but this one might break me. And then this is a real, the Primitive Hair. She has a lot of great witches. This is Pumpkin Witch. And see, she's sitting on that pumpkin head, which is the printed fabric. Let's see if you can see that without me. Probably not unless I take it loose. So you can see this is the printed fabric that you stitch that on. And she's sitting on it. How cute is that? It is a 30 count though, so I'm sure I'd have to use 2 threads. But I've always loved that design. And I would probably leave the words off of it. But it's very cute. Pumpkin Witch. I got that at Market one year. And then I've always liked this Primitive Hair as well. I know you guys are probably tired of witches, sorry. I got on a subject I really like. I think witches are cute. Yeah. So, may the witches be kind to you. That cracks me up. This is for you, Carol. The real witches. May the witches be kind to you. So cute. I agree. May the witches be kind to you. And then the only other one that I have is Witch Hazel Sampler. This is an old wood that I need on thread. God, I don't even know when this came out. 2011. That is a classic. But Witch Hazel Sampler. I'm sure it's so cute stitched. So, like that one as well. So I kind of have that, and then I just have some haul, and then to talk to you guys about kind of what I've been watching. I do that at the end. Some of y'all hate that, probably some of you like it. I think that's all the witches I wanted to cover. It was longer than I thought, but let me get my haul kind of organized, and then of course I'll announce the winner when I come back. And I gotta see if I can read my own handwriting. That was for the Halloween pumpkin bag. That anyway, let me reorganize, and then I'll be back. Okay, so as I mentioned last time, I had a really kind viewer. I met her at StitchCon Stitch Together 83 at Gmail, and I put her in the description box, and I'll add her again. She was bought some Teresa Kogut fabric. She messaged me and she was like, "Hey, if you send me some of that fabric, I'll make you some bags." And I was like, "Oh, wonderful, great." So she made me some bags, and I was going to offer this one because the fabric went farther than she thought. So I was going to offer one of these as a giveaway. So, who won was, and I will put it here on the screen, is Marilyn, Marilyn Ferlitsch 2003. Again, Marilyn Ferlitsch 2003. So in my description box below, you'll see my email address. If you will, please email me your address, and I'll send this out to you. I'm not sure if I'll get it out this week with me going out of town, but I'll get it out to you as soon as possible, as soon as you reach out. I'll give it 2 weeks. If you haven't reached out to me by then, or I don't know how long, a certain amount of time, if you haven't reached out to me, of course, then I will redraw again for it. But congratulations. Hope you like it. So that is the winner of my giveaway. Also, I received the nicest gift. So I don't know if she's okay with me mentioning her name. Anyway, I didn't ask. So I had a viewer reach out to me. And as I had mentioned in one of my really early videos, I've stitched some of the items in this book, but I had let a friend borrow this book years ago. We lost touch and contact, and I didn't get the book back. So I didn't have it. I had some wonderful charts in it. So she had 2 copies, and she reached out and she was like, "Would you, like me to send this to you?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, please." There's several items in here that I want to stitch still. And not only that, there's a few that I want to restitch. So I stitched this one. I did it not like really in a variegated, but I want to stitch it again because I love it so much and do a different colorway. Sorry, get it out of my face. I don't know if there's bigger pictures. I love this one. Let Heaven and Nature Sing. I will be stitching that one for sure. I have stitched my Quaker Home and have it fully finished and hanging all the time now downstairs. And then they have this Tis Halloween or Tis Autumn. You can change it out. And then I have stitched this in a different colorway, in like a mulberry color. So it's a beautiful stitch. I don't know if I'll ever get it framed though. Anyway, so it's just a great book to have. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. And, I so appreciate it. I love having that back in my collection because, like I said, there's still several things in there that I want to stitch. So a couple things that I have purchased since I last saw you. I did get The Land That I Love, Biscorn You book from Teresa Kogut. So I have stitched Land That I Love. I love it. But I love these Biscorn News. And I tell you, just this picture alone gets me. So I would love to stitch a few, maybe at least one. And I don't know. I don't even know how you pick. I don't even know how you pick. I did the witch in this, and I had the Santa, but I didn't have the snowman, and I really liked him a lot. This is Candy Cane Wishes. I have her at the framer, the witch, right now. I did an oval frame from Signed and Numbered for her, and my framer's putting her in there right now, so I can't wait to get that back. But I really wanted to stitch the snowman as well. I loved, for spooky summer, C Jinx, I think, Instagram. I'm the worst. She stitched these, and she had them finished as stand-ups. Oh my goodness. I might double frame them, I'm thinking. Like cut a mat and double frame them. But this is Harvest Ted and Harvest Tina. I had the book already, but I did get all the DMCs for, and there's one fancy thread. or fancy floss. Oh God, I snorted. Indian summer. There's one Weedstyle Indian summer. I gotta go. I'm getting budgy. That I well, it's late. I'm filming later than normal because, like I said, I was at Stitch Group today. Probably not the smartest move, but I wanted to clean up the disaster that I created in my craft room. This one, someone stitched this for spooky summer. I should take better notes. This is Plum Street Goodness and Plenty. I love these. And I know she said they were super quick, so I kitted that up. I already had the chart, but I just kitted up the threads. I saw this being stitched. Sampler Season Summer by Blueberry Ridge. This is so pretty, and she was doing it in this colorway. I think this was Mrs. Smith's stitches. I get inspiration from everyone. I'm just not very good at giving credit, apparently. But I always I'm going to remember that. I don't remember it. This is Sampler Season Summer. See, I'll do fabric in a minute. As you guys know, I'm always buying fabric. This is, as I mentioned, so this was Jess's new Como Stitches Patreon exclusive colorway with the tilde fabrics. I love this one. I love the mini bags, guys. You know that. But it has like that on the inside. So, got that one. So I purchased, and I'm thinking about for September starting this. So I think, I don't think she's announced it yet, but someone may be starting this for their birthday start. But anyway, I love this sampler. I love how fall and moody it is. For me, it's like just some great fall colors with that blue house. I love this Goodness and Mercy by Teresa Kogut. So I did get that, and then I got all the threads for it as well. I love this piece. So I'm thinking this will probably be my, so this is kind of more my sampler style. I don't do a lot of I mean, I think they're beautiful, but I just don't do a lot of reproduction samplers. Maybe this is a reproduction. I don't know. I don't know how anyway. This is more my style. I'll just say that. Whatever it is. I just like this look to it. So I'll be hopefully stitching this one for Sampler September. So that's a great one. So that's all the threads. I'm pretty sure I showed this last time. This was the other one that I was considering for Sampler September because I love this one too. This is a Grateful Heart. I will only be starting one of them, not both of them, but this is so nice. This was one of the Facebook Homespun exclusives, so I had to jump on that one. And then I got some, I got A Murder of Crows by Lottie Da. I love this October 31st pillow. I've always loved it. I want to just do it if nothing else. I'd probably do them all, but then I kitted it up. Murder of Crows. So that's what I bought last month-ish. I mean, some were just threads, but anyway, then I got some fabric. So the first one is 40 Count Endora by Needle and Flax. You guys know I love this color. She was selling this on her, now Rachel Needle and Flax, she has a Patreon as well. I think her linen tiers are sold out, but she still has her regular tier and then her history tier. So you do, with those tiers, she tells you all about it, but you do get exclusives to buy linen. But this one she had released on her general site, Endora. So I picked that up. But then she had some, and I can't remember how I got these. But the next one I got, so I used Eastwick for the Three Witches. And I love this color, and this piece is just, So, Eastwick. And then I bought some of her Steinbeck. So I love the Steinbeck color as well. So I got some Steinbeck too. So. And then someone had a couple pieces of Lakeside. So I did, I think that's navy bean, 40 count. You can never have enough light exemplar, 40 count. Just a great neutral. So I got that as well. So I think that is all my haul. I'm going to try to wrap this up. I know you guys are tired of me probably. So as I mentioned, someone reached out to me and was like, hey, do you ever do like a midway birthday start? And I was like, well, no, I never have. That sounds kind of fun. So, anyway, she has the same birthday as I do, April 6th. So halfway would be October 6th. I was like, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I think for my midway birthday start, which I sound very bougie, but it was a big birthday for me this year. I turned 50. So, why not celebrate it twice? Anyway, I can only be 50 once, right? So I am going to start. I picked, it's a great fall pattern. I've wanted to do it for a while. This is Merry Autumn Pin Keep. So on October 6th, I will start this. If you want to start it with me, fine. No big deal. I'm not expecting like an extra cake or anything, but, well, I would. So my mother, God love her, she, I shouldn't even probably tell the story, but anyway, so she makes a dessert. She got this recipe years ago from a neighbor's grandmother who wouldn't give the recipe to anybody. It was graham cracker pudding, and it's just my favorite dessert. My sweet mother does not even ask me what I want for my birthday anymore because she doesn't hate to make it, but I don't think she loves to make it. It's not hard. The recipe's really easy, and maybe one day I'll share the recipe with you guys, but if you guys want it. But she doesn't even ask me because she knows what I'm going to say, and she doesn't want to make it. So I never get it, but I would take graham cracker pudding on October 6th if she would make it for me, but it's delicious. And I know I say pudding funny, Southern. Anyway, so we'll see if I can maybe get a graham cracker pudding. I'll take that as a birthday gift for sure. But I'm going to start all that to say, I'm going to start Merry Autumn Pin Keep. Thank you, sir. I can't remember who it was, but it was on my Flosstube. I had a lot of comments on this one. I try to go back and find it. But thank you so much for the suggestion. I think it's a great one, and I hope you'll join me or, start something for your birthday as well, and celebrate. But I've always loved this design, and I'm going to start it. I know it's for a full release now. I do have the threads for it. I think I'm going to change the fabric. The kit, I bought it kitted, but these are the threads for it. And it's a little, I don't know, the fabric's a little dark that I got, so I'm just thinking I'll use it for something else and then change it up. Not like I don't have options. It's a great design. So I'm going to do that for my October 6th birthday. And then just kind of what I've been watching. So I've been watching a lot, guys. It sounds like so much because it's been, a month. But, of course, Flosstubes I've watched. I'll start with that. I watch Sweetwater Jessica every week. I love when she posts a video. Two Needles Pulling Thread. I always watch Teresa Kogut, Cozy Egg, Mrs. Smith Stitches, Black Coffee and Grits, Mrs. Jones Stitches, Sable Stitchers. I'm a Stitch Nerd. Of course, I watch Needle and Flax. I love because Rachel's doing Patreon. She's doing more videos for general as well. But you get her like Patreon exclusive videos too, and I can listen to Rachel read the phone book. I literally cannot read my own handwriting. Crafty Mimi of 6, who was so nice to mention my video. Red Velvet, Count on Linens. And it's Lori at Textile. I don't think that's the way you say it. I watch your video. Lori, you know I know you. I'm glad everything's okay with your house right now. I can't imagine the stress that they are in that canyon. But Tex, why do I have such a hard time with your name? Textile list? Is that it, Lori? Wow. Anyway, those are kind of all the floss tubes. I mean, I've always watched Carol. I always watch Brenda and Laura. I don't miss them, of course. Oh, I always watch Christy Crosshatch Quilts. I love her videos. And now here I go. I'm gonna start missing people because I didn't write it down. Some of the things I've watched some good stuff recently. And some of you like my TV recommendations. I've watched, I watched the Son of Sam tapes on Netflix. That was really interesting because they kind of talked to like all the old cops and the investigators and then the people who survived the attacks from the Son of Sam. So that was really interesting. The yogurt shop murders, which is unsolved, which kind of drives me crazy. I don't love the unsolved true crime. Just, it drives me insane. But it's still good to watch. It's on HBO. I watched Wednesday, so I think Wednesday's really cute. Me and my, I enjoy that a lot. Gilded Age, which was really good this year. I enjoyed that one. That new season. Ted Bundy, Dialogue with the Devil, which was tapes that he did. I watched, I think I mentioned it, Any Given Saturday, which is a documentary on SEC football, which was a lot of fun. I watched Katrina Race Against Time, which was good. And then I know there's a new Katrina as well out. And then I've really been enjoying it, and I didn't think I would, but Alien Earth. I've really enjoyed it so far. Been really good. And then I love Project Runway. I'm glad it's back. I love to see what those guys can do. I watched Mr. and Miss Murder on Hulu. And then I watched the documentary. I love sports documentaries. I've mentioned that before. But America's Team, Gambler. I don't know what my handwriting says. Anyway, watched that as well. It was really good. And then I watched, and it's kind of funny. I saw pop up when I was doing this. I watched Stalking Samantha, which was, I think it was on Hulu. But it's all like up in where we go in Michigan. Elk Rapids and all in Traverse City, all of that area up in there. But she was literally stalked by him for like 12 years. It was crazy, but that was a good one. Rachel Needham Flax, she lives in the area and she recommended that one to me when it was coming out. So she's like, you'll recognize some of these places. So I watched that. That was good. So I think that's a lot. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone has a great September. Get your spooky on, I guess. I never know how to end. Of course, nothing's changed. I'm still awkward as ever. I'll be back. I'll have more to show. But thank you for spending your time with me. I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy it. And hope you like and subscribe and comment. Or not. I just appreciate you watching. So I hope everyone has a great Labor Day. If you're off, I hope you get to celebrate that. And that's all for me. So I will see you guys later. And thanks again.